Chris, the rim protection that you got in the first game, I mean, with 4 blocks each from Rudy and Cat, is that kind of what you envision?
Yeah, defensively, we're really, really happy other than the transition, but that was mostly fed by our offense, But yeah, we rebounded well other than out of the first, first 6-7 minutes. For the most part, we did a really good job there. I thought we were physical and defensively stood people up and gave ourselves a chance to get some of those blocks. So that was very pleasing. Just, the offensive side was a big regression.
Yeah, and you looked at, just looking at it from the transition opportunity, it was pretty much all offense that was feeding that?
I think there's definitely a lot of bad shots, missed shots at the rim, which end up being like jailbreaks. Then when head went down, we got frustrated, but we played ourselves into that frustration, so.
For Rudy, just the way that he's moving around looks like.
Yeah, he looks great, man. Super active. He says he's felt good all summer. So yeah, he's been involved in a lot of things in camp. Hasn't really kind of missed many reps. He was good. It was good to see him get 2 big blocks the other night.
Given that, what this team can be like when the offense is up, how do you maybe address issues early in the season as opposed to maybe this time?
Yeah, big film session yesterday. Watched a lot of our offensive shot selection, decisions in the paint, those types of things. It's always fearful when the lights come on and they start counting the stats that, things tend to get a little bit sticky or guys try to go and do it all by themselves. I think we had that. We played ourselves right out of rhythm. I mean, it was, Ant did a great job of getting us, sparked into that game, with his run, 10-0 run there in the first quarter. But, he'll even admit that he started chasing, more of those moments, and then he played himself right out of the flow of the game.
It seems like, with Ant, you hear that a lot. I need to be better.
Yeah.
How do you translate kind of the mental side? Well, he knows, I think, what to do, but translating that into the game, is that kind of the next step in his?
Yeah, for sure. Just having that in-game composure.
Yeah.
I think, he's just such a kind of I said all things, like a big game hunter, and he just keeps going after those big moments, and he doesn't realize he's making himself work so hard, harder than he has to. We talked about it today. He understands it. He was self-aware about it, and that's a sign of maturity too. So, hey, he's still young. He still has to kind of figure out how to temper some of this stuff. Know when to, control the game and take over the game. And I told him he's going to have an incredible season. He's not just going to have it all in one game. So.
What did you think of how Shake looked?
Yeah, it's a Shake. We told him today, and he's got to be aggressive. He's one guy we want putting his head down and going somewhere and going getting buckets. He's been playing. I think the other night I thought he was trying to be a counterbalance to what was going on out there with our shot selection, and so unfortunately that kind of took a toll on his ability to kind of be himself. So what we said in front of the group today, go do what you do. That's why you're here. So.
Chris, you talked in camp about being excited about Carl when he gets in against second units.
Yeah.
That was probably one of your best stretches of.
Yeah, I should have gone to him more in the post, and that's on me. But yeah, we got to direct the ball to him in those situations. Yeah.
What is that balance like of, all right, he is out there in the second unit, it's your feeding, but also if he's with different people, it's kind of a different offense.
Yeah, exactly. I think, it's tricky, something that we don't have a handle on right now. I think he needs to and will be able to be a little better, finding those post-ups in the flow. And it's, he's got to try to do it with the first unit too. But right now we've been hammering him so much on spacing, and I thought there was a regression in our spacing the other day for sure. Not just him. Kyle wasn't very good either. Rudy was kind of taking up a lot of the paint, and we needed him to be a little bit more selective on when he's posting, sealing, and ducking in. So yeah, I think it's one of those things. I think everyone got a little excited, and as such, they kind of returned to some old habits.
Is that spacing just like what Nas was doing?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Nas, exactly. Yeah, space now. Wait, staying patient, getting us in. You know, in our offense, it's very imperative that the bigs get us into another action, whether it be swing the ball, DHO, another pick and roll, pick away, all that kind of stuff. And if you're not spaced properly, you're not in a position to do that. So it's like there's a cascading effect to just the poor spacing. It's not just the inability to drive where you want to go. So.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.